What's going on, workforce? Brian here, and today we're talking about how you can relocate your house to the new plot in Shirogane if you choose to do so come patch 4.1. And also, because of the recent hurricanes, the development team is going to actually turn off the auto demolish feature of housing come September 15th. And there's a post about that. We're going to talk about it and just the sheer amount of money that was raised for hurricane relief by the Final Fantasy XIV community. So let's go ahead, talk about it. So first up, we have the post from MrHappy talking about thoughts and prayers of the development team are pouring out for Texas, Florida, and the Caribbean. Here we've got they're going to turn off the auto demolish feature September 15th. For 14 days, and that's tentative. They're going to then reevaluate. Many people have been affected, many people have been displaced, and something like, unfortunately, when this happened in Japan, they did the same kind of thing. So it's really great to see this global community, all of us who get impacted for one thing or another, and that also that players who've been affected in these areas don't have to worry about losing their home in the game because of some natural disaster. So this is a really good thing by the community. Don't know if 14 days is enough, but again, it's something they're going to keep looking at. So that's going to go into effect as of recording tomorrow, September 15th, 2017. Also, just a brief note and a huge thank you for everybody who participated. Final Fantasy XIV players raised over $21,510 for hurricane relief. This, you had MrHappy, you had Ethes, you had Larryzar, all of these great personalities. Sly, it's like it was actually a lot of fun to watch. They were all in Discord. They're doing the Lalafell March, and because of them and because of you guys, the community, they were able to raise a lot of money. And as somebody who is in Texas and not necessarily, I'm 4 hours north of Houston, but for that simple fact is that, thank you. I just want to say, people have, we know have really been impacted. So this is going to go a long way. So personally, thank you very much. And then also community wise, wow, this is awesome. Way to go. Okay, and lastly, Shirogane housing coming in 4.1 already confirmed, but here's a post today talking about relocation and a lot of interesting bits coming out of this post in and of itself. So obviously they're showing off Shirogane and talking about the relocation piece. And what this means and what this actually does for you is that you can actually just go to the land in Shirogane and purchase it, and you can automatically shift everything that you have from your current plot over. And there is going to be a cost of relocation discount, and at least the way that I'm interpreting it. So when you purchase a plot for relocation, 30% of the minimum value of your old plot will be applied to the current price of the new one, meaning it seems like you are going to get some of that money back. So if it costs like 10 million and you're able to sell it, you're going to get 30% of the minimum value. Not, best, it's not one for one, but you are going to at least get some form of discount when transferring your location. Now here's where it gets interesting. They talk about this new concept called Storerooms that it's coming in 4.1. And they said that they're going to increase it temporarily for these transfers to 400 items for indoor and 40 items for outdoor. And what this means, and they detail it here lower at the bottom, where essentially a storeroom is where instead of demolishing the item itself, you can have it in a storeroom and you get as many spots that you would have for the, just that you can have in your house. So a cottage, you can have 200 items, just like you can have 200 items inside, 20 outside, and so on. But as a part of the relocation transfer, all that gets bumped up to 400. This is great. I think one of the things you always kind of feel like sometimes you have to sacrifice items, and you don't want to hold on to them. And then the fact that we're going to have these storerooms that are a part of it are a huge, I guess, help for anybody who's really big into housing. They talk about exterior fixtures. So let's say you transfer from one to the next. Some of your visuals of the house might change to kind of fit the decor of the area in which you're in. And so they kind of highlight, basically, they're like the Riviera cottage wall, Oasis house wall. That changed if you went from Mist to the Goblet. Interior fixtures aren't going to change that much. And then various miscellaneous things like your private chambers, workshops, ships, stables, and settings are all going to transfer. You don't have to really worry about managing them as well. And then again, like the last part of it's talking about storerooms. But I like this. I really am. I'm personally not going to get a house in Shirogane. I haven't been saving up my gil for it. But all in all, I think this will be great new opportunities for players to go and get in the new area, and this is going to open up a lot of plots in the old area. So for people who've struggled to be able to afford or find a house, this should hopefully, no matter what, open up lots of options for you guys there. But I just wanted to talk about that. Thanks again for the support from the community for raising the money. Thanks again to the development team for suspending housing, demolishing, especially for those in the affected areas. This seems like it's going to be simple and straightforward, and hopefully make it less painful to move into your new spot. Anyway, if you want full details about any of these, links will be in the description below. I'd love to know your thought if you're planning on getting a house come 4.1, if you've struggled to find a house up to this point, if now is the great opportunity. And so I wish you happy house hunting and best of luck. So 4.1 should be dropping sometime around early October. The debate would be either October the 3rd or pretty much October the 10th. Those are the first 2 Tuesdays in the first half of the month, if we're going to take the word early, literally. We thank you for watching this video, and we hope to see you in our next. But until then, we hope you have a fantastic week. Take care. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you want to check out any other videos, you should click over here. And then we've got like some kind of vlog thing down here in the corner. And then we've got like subscribe. That's really, you should totally do it. This was a complete disaster.